1 year ago today, a mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building. Lawmakers were trying to certify the 2020 presidential election. That day, 5 people died when Capitol Police could not hold back the group as they forced their way into the building. President Biden spoke to the nation about that deadly riot.
For the first time in our history, a president had not just lost an election, he tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power as a violent mob breached the Capitol. But they failed. They failed. And on this day of remembrance, we must make sure that such attack never happens again.
So far, 700 people have been charged. The FBI is still looking for others involved. Capitol Police made changes so they're better prepared for possible future violence.
And all of New Jersey's 12 congressional representatives and both U.S. senators were in the Capitol when it came under attack a year ago. Today, they are sharing memories of that day that tested our nation. News 12 New Jersey's Alex Zidane with the story from Monmouth County.
It haunts me that I was in the middle of it.
And I saw all these people, thugs really, basically climbing the walls.
They're right behind us. Let's move it.
New Jersey's members of Congress looking back 1 year to the day that they, all of Congress, and then Vice President Mike Pence were targeted by a mob of pro-Trump insurrectionists on Capitol Hill.
That's an attempted coup in the United States of America.
People need to understand that a democracy isn't a given. If you're not vigilant and you don't constantly make an effort to preserve it, it will disappear.
In Long Branch Thursday morning, Democratic Congressman Frank Pallone said that on January 6, 2021, America was shown clearly the possibility of an ugly future.
There are, unfortunately, a minority of Americans who would rather have a dictatorship and not have a democracy.
There were so many acts of courage that day.
In Washington, Congressman Tom Malinowski said the attack was an assault on the rule of law.
We either agree voluntarily to abide by those rules, even when we lose an election or we lose our country.
No comment today from South Jersey Republican Jeff Van Drew, the lone Jersey congressman to object to Biden's win. Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman and Van Drew served together in the state assembly 15 years ago, both as Democrats.
Because I thought he had more grace than that. I thought he had core values, and I just don't see that he has core values anymore.
Unlike other Democrats, Watson Coleman rejects comparisons between January 6th and 9/11.
January 6th happened with people who are citizens of this country, who supposedly were patriots, who were former police officers, current police officers, who were in our military, people that you could live on the same street with. So that's frightening.
In Long Branch, Alex Zidane, News 12, New Jersey.
New Jersey's other Republican Congressman Chris Smith did vote to certify President Biden's win last year. Smith today said that January 6, 2021 was a, quote, tragic day for our nation, but called the select committee investigating the attack hyper-partisan.